Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm just doing a test run right now, and I feel like the Lord's really put this on my mind, especially with everything that you see going on, because everything's so divided. But you see this, with the Epstein files, very obviously, because is it a Republican thing? Is it a Democratic thing? Is it a independent? We have a problem with the party system. It's kind of all of the above. There's some bad Democrats as well as bad Republicans, as well as bad independents. There's people in Hollywood that are bad people. There's people in the music industry that are bad people. There's people that are in the church that are bad people. I mean, you see it all over the place. It's this big cover-up scheme. Teens, because these people are that sick of people. That's what they do. So they're covering up their crimes, right, with what they're doing with the Epstein files. So let's cause division. Let's have the Democrats be angry at the Republicans being angry at the Democrats, right? So we'll just constantly bash each other, right, one after the other. That's what we've been doing. Because it's going to divide us. If we divide each other, then they collapse society. If they can collapse the society, they can take over the country. And then they can infiltrate it, and it'll be a one-world government. That's what their intentions are doing. They've been trying this for 250 years. People are smarter than them, like me and you, that actually believe in the Constitution. We believe in this country. We believe what our ancestors founded on, and this is godly principles. Jesus Christ himself established this country through godly men and women. And the same people all the way through history are all the way here right now, me and you, including the one watching this right now, you. Yeah, you, just as well as me, right? So if we don't make a stand and expose these people and demand transparency, and I mean literally demand it, we have to say no more covering up, no more lies. People they'll say, oh, well, it's Cash Patel, it's this corrupt FBI, look at what Dan Bongino did, look what Trump was doing, look what Obama did, look what the Clintons did, so they want to point the finger. It's all the people done wrong, all of them. Until we have this accountability and actually exposing everything, not this cover up like you've been seeing with Pam Bondi, and with the whole idea of, well, we'll just cover up certain portions we don't like because we don't want Trump to be exposed. We don't want certain other people in the Republican Party to be exposed. It's just as bad as the Democratic Party. It's both parties. That's why I said it's not this one party or the other. It's a uniparty problem. These people are wanting to take over everything. And we're at a serious problem right now. You see the borders with the cartels, especially what they're doing in Mexico. They're retaliating. Well, yeah, because what they're doing with the illegals, that has to do with part of it. It has to do with sex trafficking. That's the whole concept of human trafficking. And so we disrupt their strategy plan, and we take them down and stop them with their funding like they've been doing in Minneapolis, right? And then there's this argument with ICE and what they're doing wrong. Yeah, they're doing some wrong things. People are being killed. But at the same time, people are resisting. People are going overboard with it. Because we're at this point where we got to make a stand. We're going to say we're not going to have, illegal immigrants obviously take over our country, but at the same time take over our jobs, take over everything. But, they'll take over the entire country and won't have anything left if they are allowed to do that. But at the same time, our economy is about to collapse because we're at close to $39 trillion in debt. Oh, the tariffs are working. Oh, well, the tariffs are unconstitutional. And the Supreme Court takes them away, right? Oh, we got to refund them back. Well, we don't have to refund them back. Well, we have to do this now. There's always this other strategy. See, it's all a distraction. But these people are in the Epstein files. That's what I'm trying to get back to now. So they're in the Epstein files, right? These people, all of them. If we can cover up this, you'll never know what we're doing because we're out here doing all this other stuff, like I just explained. So you're distracted with all this other stuff, but reality is we demand transparency and we demand the release of the Epstein files. And I mean now. So what is our, like, how do we have this happen and let people do it the right way, right? Because that's what people want to do. Well, every state, we have senators, we have representatives, we have our governor, right? Obviously. So we demand, we get on the phone with them, we send them emails, we tell them we demand transparency. We want the Epstein files released, right? And there's people already filing lawsuits, obviously, that want these things released now because there was a demand by Congress to release these files completely, not just in part, the whole thing. They say, well, yeah, there's parts of it that protect the victims, and there is that reality. But they are protecting people in our government, people in Hollywood, people all over the world, world leaders that are in the Epstein files. These need to come out. So we have to demand that transparency and it to be released. And that these people can actually have justice. Because what these people have done, like if I showed you clips and things like that, is horrible what these people have done. Especially the children. So if we're not going to have that anymore, we have to demand our Congress, our senators, right, and our representatives from every state, and to say, we're not going to have this anymore. That's it. We're done. We're not having it. So that's how we get that done. And if you want to be a part of that, then please join me. Because I'm going to keep producing these videos. I'm going to keep exposing these people until enough people realizing we've had enough. They think, well, that'll collapse everything, you know. These people are exposed. Good. We'll start over. We started over 250 years ago. We can start over now. We can start over completely, you know. Is it the military that gets involved in some of these cases? Yeah, it happens. The DOJ gets involved. Yeah, that happens. Congress gets involved too. They can intervene. All of these things can happen. But the more that we demand transparency and accountability and these people be arrested, and we're not going to stop until that happens, nothing will get done. And we'll have a one world government that'll take over everything. They'll collapse society. And we're not going to have a country anymore. So until we actually do that, that's what's in store for us. So if you want to join me and be a part of this, feel free to subscribe and return back because I'll keep producing content. I'm just producing a video today just to test drive it because I don't know what I'm really doing right now. I'm just kind of pushing these videos out there. But if you like to as well, I have fundraisers through GoFundMe and as well as on GiveSendGo. On GoFundMe, it's GoFundMe.com, and I think it's bake.rice.lift. And then on GiveSendGo, it's GiveSendGo /DROCK, DROCK 5690. So you want to use either one of those platforms, it's fine. I really appreciate your help. I'm just in a really hard time. I'm an Uber driver, or a rideshare. I do other things too, besides Uber, like Lyft and all these other platforms. But I do, social media. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, True Social, X, any of these platforms. And it's under the username GiantFan, GIANTFAN 5690, especially on Instagram and on X. And the other ones you're going to find me on YouTube is going to be DROCK, DROCK 5690. Okay? And I'm on CashApp, Venmo, and PayPal as well if you want to do it that way. I know through CashApp it's my first name, DerrickLemke. And then it's going to be the same for PayPal. And then on Venmo it's DROCK5690, DROCK 5690. And I also have Bitcoin as well as XRP in the Trust Wallet. So if you'd like to, you can send out a comment and I will give you out the information. Thank you, and God bless every one of you, and have a blessed day. Thank you.